Who makes chocolate? He doesn't just make chocolate, he makes the most delicious gourmet, creamiest chocolate in the world today. Oh, and it's chocolate that's heart healthy and can help lower your cholesterol. Welcome to the wonderful world of ChocoNuvo. Thousands of reviews available to read here. We have an important announcement to make. Astonishingly, since we are already in April, time is now nearly up. One of our final opportunities to buy ChocoNuvo before it goes away until October, because we can't ship during the summer because chocolate melts. Andrew, today's special pricing, we have a 30 count, 60, 180 or 360 count, so we can really stock up with some of these larger boxes. You can see savings galore, saving nearly as much as you're spending. Andrew, this is delicious chocolate, but just as one reviewer said, they said it tastes as smooth as milk chocolate, but better.
Yeah, that's where dozens and dozens of reviews talk about that. And the reason why, despite being dark chocolate, which typically dark chocolate is kind of going to be dry, a bit chalky, a bit brittle, and that's because, and the reason why I make chocolate is really just a botanical extract. We do lots of botanical extracts, ginseng, ginkgo, astragalus, all sorts of different ingredients. We do botanical extracts. So dark chocolate is an extract of the cacao bean. And dark chocolate, we're talking about, we have three different potencies, a 66%, a 74%, a 91%. The 74 and 91 are, oddly enough, the two most popular. But the reason why ours doesn't have that dry, chalky texture of highly standardized dark chocolate is the plant sterol esters, the phytosterol esters that we add. They behave just like the milk fat in milk chocolate. The reason why milk chocolate is so creamy and yummy is the milk fat. The reason why our dark chocolate is so creamy and yummy is because of the phytosterol esters that behaves exactly like, but instead of having the saturated fats that could raise cholesterol that milk chocolate has, they have a property, a characteristic that actually lowers total cholesterol, lowers LDL cholesterol. What's interesting is if I never mentioned the heart health benefits and simply talked about how healthy dark chocolate is, how our dark chocolate will please even the most stringent milk chocolate lover. It truly, and again, if you read the reviews, Americans love milk chocolate and white chocolate, but this product, almost 80% of the reviews are 5-star reviews. So for dark chocolate, and truly dark chocolate, but not bitter dark chocolate, but rich dark chocolate. And again, it's just the benefit of lowering LDL cholesterol, the benefit of lowering total cholesterol. If you just want to enjoy the best chocolate in the world, and mind you, chocolate is the most concentrated source of protective compounds in our diet. We always talk about protective compounds and antioxidants, polyphenols, anthocyanins, things like that that are contained in natural foods that our body uses to protect itself. The richest source of these compounds that can protect us is dark chocolate. So dark chocolate, it might be decadent, it might be viewed as kind of sinful, but dark chocolate, ours is low in sugar. In fact, ours is so low in sugar, I probably I have a chart right there. So low in sugar, the 66% is the highest. It's 1.8 grams of sugar. That's still a fraction of a teaspoon. And the 91% is actually less than half a gram. So technically, it could be declared as zero sugar, the 91%. But if you look at, and that's 25 calories per square. If you look at 25 calories of tomatoes or carrots or red peppers, green peppers, cucumber, onions, snappies, cauliflower, they all contain more sugar than ChocoNuvo.
Crazy.
So our ChocoNuvo is an incredibly concentrated source of protective compounds. It's as you just saw, for 25 calories, an extremely, did you just catch me doing that with my thumb? Well, that was pretty cool.
That was amazing, Andrew. I don't know where that came
I'm so
from.
talented. Who knew?
Thumbs
Maybe I
up.
should be on Mount Rushmore. but again, it's when you look at ChocoNuvo, and it's one of those funny. I always say this about Mother Nature. If I sometimes take off my scientific hat and basically defer to Mother Nature, which is what I did here, you know, I was looking at plant sterols and plant sterol esters and all these different ingredients, And then I finally just figured, okay, let's just take what plant sterol esters are naturally found in chocolate. So by adding plant sterol esters into chocolate, it was just the most perfect, simple blend. And all of a sudden, we ended up with a dark chocolate with the texture of milk chocolate that's also an incredibly rich source. If all you do is add a square of this, and you don't care about cholesterol, but you just add a square of this or 2 squares a day, you get an incredibly rich source of polyphenols, the most concentrated source of protective polyphenols in your diet. And it's low in calories, low in sugar, and it also just happens to lower your total and LDL cholesterol. And you could use it even perhaps to lower whatever other cholesterol therapy you're using, working with your doctor, of course. So it's one of the more surprisingly remarkable products that I developed. It's a surprise. And it truly is, as you know, I don't have time to read the reviews here, or maybe we do have time to read some reviews.
Yeah.
We have a few minutes. Okay, I'm going to read some reviews here. So as we go to that chart, best dark chocolate out there. This dark chocolate melts in your mouth like milk chocolate, but has all the wonderful antioxidants of cacao. It's exactly what it's saying. You will be hooked once you try. They sell out quickly, so when you see them available, do not hesitate. I challenge you to not bite into this chocolate and let it just start to melt in your mouth. It is, I'm salivating, it is so rich and delicious. And again, this last year, normally we could start delivering it again in September, end of September, beginning of October. It was so hot this summer, we weren't able to start shipping ChocoNuvo again until the end of October. It works plus great taste equals a winner. This is my personal story about a delicious and really good product. It is my second favorite product from Andrew Lessman. Number one, it works. The proof is in the numbers for cholesterol. Number two, it tastes so incredibly good. This is the best, most delicious, decadent chocolate. Another home run for Andrew Lessman from Stephanie in Massachusetts. Thank you, Stephanie. That's great. Delicious and great for me. These are usually when something is super delicious and super decadent, it's terrible for you. These are delicious and great for me. Bonus, I do not like chocolate. I'm a caramel lover. However, I got the lowest amount of dark chocolate, that's the 66, which is still serious chocolate that was available. And it is perfect. You know, I say this over and over. If you love milk chocolate, if you love caramel, you'll be astounded at my dark chocolate. I tried these as a sample and was pleasantly surprised, so I decided to give them a try. They are good, light, and great for a healthy snack or dessert. I love that they are organic and fair trade. Win-win. I highly recommend these. I'll get more from Andrew Lessman's site to have in stock. Best 91% ever. I've done there's nothing like our 90. Usually 91 is like eating chocolate chalk.
Right.
Ours is creamy, even though it's almost 100% pure cacao. I've done various chocolate regimens over the years. Most of those that I used were no more